Hello, welcome to Berwick Mitsubishi. My name's Stephen and today I'm going to do a walk around video presentation for you of this fantastic 2014 Mitsubishi Outlander plug-in electric hybrid vehicle, or PHEV as they're also known, and it is the Aspire model. So really good features here. Looking at the front of the car, straight away you'll notice we've got our nice chrome grille along the front there with our nice big headlights there. We have our little washer jets that pop out of the bumper there to wash our headlights. We also have the fog lamps down below. Now, part of the video for you today we'll go through is the condition of the paintwork. We'll go through the condition of the interior on the car and also all the features of it. Now, we do have a nice sonar in the front of the car, which is works for our forward collision mitigation system, which I'll go through that a bit more in depth with you once we go inside. Now, having a look at the outside of the car, the bonnet, everything in really good condition here. A little bit of a dirt spot there. Overall condition though, really nice along the front of the bar there. Coming around to the driver's side here, once again the front guard here, very good condition. You can see here we've got our plug-in hybrid electric vehicle badging there. Now the hybrids come with a nice 18-inch alloy rim down here, which is really different to the standard Outlanders. Good tyres on the front there too. And we have our plastic trim around the guard just to give it an extra bit of stability there too. Looking at our nice big colour-coded mirrors here as we come further back, we do have the indicator integrated into there. And then looking at the side, you'll see we've got our nice chrome door handles here, keyless entry, which is really good. Same at the back there with our chrome door handles. You'll also notice as we look over the roof, great condition there. We do have our sunroof there, which we'll go through that for you too. And then coming further back, you'll see we've got our privacy glass around the back of the vehicle. So the back half of the car is all stained glass. So most people will go and put a darkest tint on the front and then a clear UV tint on the back door windows for you. Having a look at the conditions, a little bit of scratching just inside on there from people putting their hands in, opening the door, which is pretty normal. Overall though, the condition around the outside of the car, very good. We have our rear alloy rim, which is in great condition as well, and good tyres on the back. With our plug-in hybrid side, popping open the right cap there, you can see it's nice and big. Our electronic filler there, so where we plug it in to charge our car overnight, it just pushes on and closed. And then coming around to the back of the car here, you'll see we've got our nice clear LED style tail lights in the back, our Aspire badging, our little four-wheel drive sticker there, our aerial and high mount stop lamp there as well. So really good. We've got our reverse sensors along the bottom of the bar. The great thing too is we do have an electric tailgate, so double clicking the key on the remote, we can lift that up there without, so if we're walking up with our hands full, really good there. As we look in, plenty of room here. We've got our cargo blind, which is nice and easy just to pull straight forward and clip up there, cover everything off, so you can see nice and good condition there too. Putting that back, we do have underneath here, you'll see we've got our charger here, which does have a 10 amp charge point, so we can put it into a normal power point, and I do believe we may have a 15 amp inside as well. Having a look, little first aid kit there. We've got our filler because the PHEV does not have a spare wheel. You have your jack and your tools still, but for a flat tyre you put this stuff in there, pump it back up, and that'll seal it to get you through to a service station with your little compressor there as well. So nice and easy, stored away. We have our jack and tools under the inside here, which is nice. And then as we come back, you'll see the electric bar here for the control. You can push the button at the top, bringing that tailgate down. And the great thing is, if you put your arm under or one of the kids run under, you can't jam them in there. So really good safety feature there. Now coming around to the left-hand side of the car, once again, looking really good condition so far. Having a look, great tyres on the back there, as well as our good condition rim. We've got our fuel filler on the left-hand side there. And coming down, having a good look over the car is in really good shape for its age. No big marks or anything. Looking at the left-hand mirror here with the indicator, no marks or stone chips there. Once again, having a look at our front guard, overall condition very good there. Our tyres have been well looked after, and once again, looking at our alloy rim there, fantastic condition. Now as we come back around to the front of the car, I'll pop the bonnet for you and we'll go through some of the stats here, because we've got a few different power outputs for this vehicle, being the fact that we have the generator on the right hand side here and our petrol engine to the left hand side. So the petrol engine is a 4-cylinder 2-litre engine. Now that is going to put out around 87 kilowatts of power and 186 newton meters of torque. So and then we've got the electronic side of things, which is going to put out an additional 60 kilowatts of power. So all this is coupled with a 1-speed CVT transmission, giving us an average fuel consumption of 1.9 litres per 100 kilometres. So out of the 45 litre fuel tank, we're going to get around 2,368 kilometres of driving on average. Alright, now to the inside of our fantastic Outlander PHEV here. I'm going to start on the right hand side for you. Looking at our door, we've got our window controls, our door lock and our mirror controls there. Turning my steering wheel to the right here, you'll see down the bottom here we've got our electric tailgate switch here, so I can open the tailgate or close it with the kids coming up to the car. We also have our front sonar we can turn on and off. And then we've got our reverse sensors and our forward collision mitigation button. Now the good thing with this one is, having a quick look up at the screen here, we can actually change it from a far distance mode to a near distance mode. So depending on how you're driving, you can adjust that so it doesn't react, because if you're driving in heavy traffic and you've got it set at far, it's going to beep at you a lot to brake as people cut you off these days. Looking here, we also have our menu button, so I can go through and change everything. Our traction stability control button there. From there, we've got our indicators and our headlight switch here, which you can see we've got auto headlights with the fog lamp switch there. On the left hand stalk, we do have our auto rain sensing wipers for the front, which is why we have a nice big sensor up behind the mirror there. Now, having a look at my steering wheel here, really nice and easy to use. We've got our cruise control on the right hand side here, which when we turn this on, it gives us a setting up there. So once we've set it, you can actually adjust your distance with the adaptive cruise. So that'll be set at either 30, 40 or 50 meters, depending on the speed you're wanting and how close, and then that will keep you at that distance behind the car in front of you without you hitting the car. On the left hand side, we've got our radio controls and our phone controls here. On the back, we also have our paddle shifters. Now these are for the regenerative braking, so we can adjust once we take our foot off how much braking the car will do automatically without you touching your foot on the brake. You'll see on the left hand side of the dash here, we've got our push button start. So at the moment we're sitting here running in full electronic mode, the engine's not running, and you can see we just have our little ready light in the dash there. Looking at our main command unit here now, you can see we've got our sat nav up there nice and clear. The other great thing with this car, not only do we have our reverse sensors, but we also have our nice clear reverse camera. Now that line there gives us a metre behind the car roughly, and 300mm behind the car with the red line, and you can see the back of the bumper bar there too, so nice and crystal clear there. If we go to our mode button here, this brings up, we've got FM AM radio available, you've got your CD, SD card, USB and Bluetooth audio, so really good there. Down from there we have our hazard lights and our eco mode button. We also have dual zone climate control, so we can change if we want the passenger nice and cool and the driver nice and warm. You can actually set it up left to right with our dual zone. Coming down from there, you'll see in the middle here we've got our 12-volt charge socket there, and we also have our on-off button for the electric motor on the tailgate, so you can turn that on or off and then just open the door manually and close it manually. Plenty of storage at the front there for charging a phone if you wanted to, as well as having your 2 cup holders there. And we have a very nice little shifter in here, so putting it across and pulling backwards puts it into drive. Once you're in drive, if you wanted to change it to a regenerative braking side, you just pull back, which is what the B's there for. So if you're going down a hill and it's quite you've been up the snow or something, you can actually change that. Instead of touching your brake, you just change how much regenerative braking force it's using, and you can keep your speed going down the hill and charge your battery at the same time. Same thing to go into reverse, just pull it across and push it forward. And then our little park is just that P button at the front, and that's putting it into park for you. We have our charge button and our battery save button. So if we push our charge button, it starts the engine up straight away for you, charging the batteries, which will charge to around 80% of capacity off the engine. That last 20% you have to plug in to get the full charge. We've got our four-wheel drive button at the bottom here as well, so we can go through a four-wheel drive lock and normal. And then we have at the front here, we have the heated seat switches for the two front seats. Now, popping the center console open, we do have a nice little tray at the top which we can take out, which shows our USB port at the back here and our 12-volt charge point. You also notice a little divots on the sides, so we can run our cords out if we've got our phone or something out for the back with the kids, with the iPads and those sorts of things, sitting in the back seat. Now, as we have a look around this car, you'll see the car is in really good condition. We have our genuine PHEV mats, nice leather seats which are in great condition, and looking right around the car, overall condition inside this car, very, very well looked after. And as we come back, I did mention earlier we had the sunroof there, so I can slide that back manually if I want. We have our control here, so we can tilt that open, and now that the rain stopped, we can actually pop it so that it opens up all the way automatically. So really nice and easy to do there. And then it's just a manual close for the lid there. So the other thing I'll touch on too for you is the service history. So really, really good service history on this vehicle. Having, you can see here, the 15,000 service done, the 30,000 service done, the 45,000 service done, and we've done an intermediate service when we got the vehicle as well. So you're not due for a service on this one straight away. So overall, that's our walk around video for you today, presentation on this fantastic PHEV. As you can see, they are a really good car, great fuel economy, very economical to run, and great safety features there as well. So if you've got any more questions on this car, please give us a call here at Berwick Mitsubishi on 9907 0555, and thanks for watching.